Hello and welcome to my impressions of the new Nintendo 3DS. Um, I'm gonna leave the obvious, ridiculous thing to the end because I think that needs to be. I need to devote a lot of time to saying how ridiculous that is. But let's actually go over some of the new things that are kind of good. And the first thing that's kind of good and actually very good is the price point. I mean, it's £150. £150 is just an amazing price point. I love that. That is basically 3 days' work on my apprentice salary. That's really cheap, and I'm really tempted to buy one of these. And I've never been a Nintendo person. I owned a SNES, and that's it. And I only owned a SNES because my dad gave me a SNES because he had it and didn't want it anymore. Um, so I've never been a Nintendo person, but I'm actually really kind of looking forward to this. I say looking forward to it. I think you can buy it now. I think it's already come out. Release date February 13th. I'm just on their website. Yes, that is today, so it has just been released. It's exciting, and I think it's got quite a few improvements that are worth mentioning. The first thing is obviously the price point that I like, but the first thing that's improved is just the fact that it has a second thumbstick at last. I mean, how long does it take for Nintendo to go, hang on, maybe we should put another thumbstick on? Everyone's used to controlling things with two thumbsticks when they're on their home consoles, so maybe on our portable consoles we should put two thumbsticks on it. It's, oh god, Nintendo seem to work in a vacuum. It's like the PS Vita comes out, which is in pretty much every way a superior system, apart from the fact that Sony don't care about it anymore and have completely abandoned the fucking thing. But it's pretty much in every way a better system. It's more powerful. It's got nice controls. I've used one once, and whilst it's a handheld, it's not the nicest thing in the world to hold on to. But it was quite pleasant. It felt quite good in the hand, a lot better than the PSP did, and a lot better than the DS does. About 3DS, I've only used that once, and I can't really remember how it felt. It was a bit angly, but it was, I mean, the PSP is better. But the PS Vita came out when 2012. I'm gonna say that came out a while ago, and 3 years later, Nintendo are finally looking at it and saying maybe we should do some of the things that did, which is one of the reasons why that's better than our system. And it's just ridiculous. Just put another thumbstick on it, and they've finally done it. So that's really good of them. I approve. I approve very much. To me, it looks the other thumbstick kind of looks like a go for fuck's sake. Yeah, fine, shut up. We'll put another thumbstick on it, and then they just tacked a little nipple onto it. But from what I've read, it's actually quite nice to use, and you can click it down as well, which is good. And from another thing that I've read is that the positioning is really nice. That it's really easy to go from pressing the buttons to the thumbstick quite easily. Because normally you move your thumb down to get to the thumbsticks, and then move it up to get the buttons. But apparently it works quite nice the other way. So that's good. Another thing that's new and improved. The buttons are the same color as the buttons on the SNES, which is good because the SNES was a thing that was good, and the buttons were the colors, and now the colors are the same colors as the buttons on the colors of the SNES, which is good on the new Nintendo 3DS because it has the same color buttons as the SNES. So that's good. I don't even know what to say about that. Can't remember if I've mentioned this. I haven't got any notes for this, by the way. I'm just going ab lib, which is why this might end up being quite long. I'm also very conscious of the fact that I'm talking really quickly. It has enhanced processing power, according to their website. This is good. This is good. The Nintendo systems have always suffered from not being very powerful. So it's good that they're putting more power into it. Still not going to be as powerful as the PS Vita, I don't imagine, but it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. But we don't know how much more powerful it is yet. I don't think. I haven't found any information on how much more powerful it is. The problem with this though is that, and I say this is a problem. It's not necessarily a problem. When you consider the price point's only £150, it's hard to say that it's a problem. But the problem is that because this is now more powerful, Nintendo are planning on releasing games for the new Nintendo 3DS that aren't going to be compatible with the old Nintendo 3DS, which which is good that they are moving forwards and releasing new systems with new games on them. But it's also a shame that now people that aren't buying the new Nintendo 3DS and have the old Nintendo 3DS being left in the dark. But the Nintendo 3DS is a 3-year-old system now. No, make that 4 years old, near enough. It's 2015 now. 3 or 4 years old, and I mean, it's had a good run. It's had a good run for something that only cost 100 and something odd quid when it was released. So it's done well. And I think it's good that they have increased this power, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of games come out on it with this more power. I'm looking forward to it, and as I said, I'm not actually thinking of buying one, so I'm going to see what games come out for it. And I think the combination of the two thumbsticks and the increased power will probably make it more appealing to someone like me that wasn't necessarily a Nintendo fan before, but is looking to get a handheld that they can just sort of play in bed, play on the sofa, play on the loo, play whilst they're cooking dinner, and play whilst they're making love to their woman and all of this stuff. I mean, that is really the main appeal of a 3DS to me. But I think it's good that they're now. I think this is going to appeal to more people because it's got more power now, and hopefully more interesting games. Now the only thing is Nintendo needs to focus on third-party support, which I don't think is ever going to happen. Other things, I'm looking at their website just so that I don't miss anything. Amiibo support. Basically, it now has near-field communication. I don't know whether they're going to use this for anything other than the Amiibo things, which, from memory, are the plastic figures, which I don't like, but I'm weirdly not opposed to, which I thought I would be, because apparently they're really good, high-quality figures. So, and a lot of Nintendo, a lot of the people that are into Nintendo are actually really big fans of the franchises. So, I like owning game merchandise. I don't own any because the type of games I like, the merchandise is ridiculously expensive. I wanted to buy a model of Jensen from Deus Ex Human Revolution. It was like 90 odd quid, so I didn't do that in the end. But I like the idea of it, and I think if I was a Nintendo fan, I'd probably be on board with this. Buy models, get some free content for your games. How cool is that? I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm hoping they use it for other things as well. Although NFC isn't something that I'm really all that excited about anyway. I recently bought a new phone. I bought the new Motorola G. It doesn't have NFC, but I've never missed it, and I don't think I'd really use it if I had it, to be honest. Faster downloads. Presumably that means better Wi-Fi card. That's good. Nintendo systems have always had really slow downloads for some reason, so I'm looking forward. Well, I'm not looking forward. I'm excited they finally caught up with the times. Supposedly, we don't know. More comfortable 3D viewing. This is actually a big thing. Oh, sorry. The 3DS now, because it has a front-facing camera, the camera tracks where your head and your eyes are and adjusts the parallax of the screen so that you don't have to be holding the 3DS 2 feet away from your eyes at eye level at all times. And my God, if you move, you will get the worst types of headaches. So that's good. I'm still thinking the 3D stuff is all very gimmicky, and I'm never going to use it because I don't really care much for it. I used one once for about 10 minutes, and I thought that firstly it was crap. It was really underwhelming. And secondly, it was just painful. It was just painful to use. I had a headache after 10 minutes. That's impressive. Nothing has given me a headache in 10 minutes before. So Nintendo, well done. Changeable cover plates, don't care. Basically, you can just change the cover plates and stuff and make it look different. Just make the bloody thing black. Who cares? So yeah, that's the new Nintendo 3DS. Big thing that we need to talk about. It's called the new Nintendo 3DS. It's called the new Nintendo 3DS. That is ridiculous. And it's not even as if it's the first time that Nintendo have pulled this crap. And I say pulled this crap as if they're doing something to piss us off. They're not. They're doing something to fuck themselves. I mean, the Wii U, there was confusion over, is this a peripheral for the Wii? Is this a Wii that's now got an adapter for it? Is this a tablet thing you connect to your Wii? No one knew. No one knew until they really came out and said it. And then there are still people that don't know. And the Wii and the Wii U are two different names. But the new Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo 3DS, to me, when I heard there was a new Nintendo 3DS, my mind just went, I don't care. I don't care. It's going to be the same as the old one, except just slightly updated. No, it's not. It's a different system. It's a new system. It's got different internals. It's got more power, and there are going to be games that are not compatible with the old Nintendo DS, but are compatible with the new Nintendo DS. And that's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Nintendo... It's not even the first time you've made this mistake. Did you learn nothing from your Nintendo Wii U sales? No, clearly not. Oh, God, Nintendo. But, They just Nintendo have this. Nintendo are sadists. Or is it masochists? I can't remember. They're one of the ones that like hurting themselves. They have a gun permanently pointed at their foot, and every time they release a new system, they like to fire a couple of rounds off. It's just ridiculous. The problem is in the West, and this isn't as true in the East. I wouldn't imagine, but in the West, a very large market for the Nintendo handhelds are children. And there are still people my age and above that buy 3DSs. I mean, I'm looking to buy one now, so that kind of that makes my point there. But there are the large market in the West is children, and from experience, parents do not like buying their children things if they can help it. Like, why is a parent going to say, Timmy, generic young child name, Timmy has a 3DS. I bought him this 3DS about 3 years ago, and Timmy's been loving it, and he's been playing farm thing, Animal Crossing, that's the one, and Pokemon 10 hours a day, and I love that he's now getting headaches from the 3D, and it keeps him quiet, and I like that. Why is Mrs. Timmy, and that is her name, Timmy's surname, Timmy is called Timmy, so his mother's surname is Timmy. Why is Mrs. Timmy going to buy Timmy the new 3DS when she thinks it's the same as the old one, but just with colourful buttons that are now colourful? Why? Why is she? She's not. That's the answer. She's not. She's not. Unless she is stupid and very rich, she's not going to do that. So, and it's just, God's sake, Nintendo, just... I've come to the conclusion that Nintendo either don't have a marketing department or that their marketing department is made up of imaginary angels. And I think that Nintendo need to maybe fire the imaginary angels and replace them with someone more sensible. Something maybe like, I don't know, humans. Put humans in your marketing department and we might get some decent marketing coming out of you. It's just, oh God almighty. You know what? I'm excited that they've released a new system, and the new system is supposedly good and very fairly priced as well. And that's good, Nintendo. Just the name has fucked you over, and I really hope you learn from this more than you learned from the Wii U stuff. Please, just learn. Just learn from things. And I've rambled on for far too long about this. This was just a kind of unstructured, shouty thing, which I might end up doing quite frequently. No, I might end up doing this quite frequently, and we'll see. I quite like this format, just sort of sitting down and talking about stuff for a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Tell me what you think of all of the background stuff, which I have not made yet, but I will make in the future or your past. I'm a time traveler. Yeah, I haven't made it yet, but tell me what you think of it. Tell me what other stuff you think. I'm thinking of maybe putting some gameplay footage in the background. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Put your thoughts on the new Nintendo 3DS in the comments, and toodaloo.